All righty. Who we gonna pull up next? Pull up this brother here. All right, Art Banaka. Am I saying that right? Banaka? I got you muted. Give me one second.
Doing.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'd say yes, you said it right. You said it perfectly.
Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Fantastic. Thank you for being
Yeah.
so patient. So what do
Hey,
you
no
think?
problem.
What do you think about this situation, Art, with all this fresh and fit stuff going on?
I have my perspective. I have 3 points in that aspect.
Okay.
One of them has to do with the conflict is awesome. I love the fact that there is a clash that's been going on, all the drama. The reason that is, it's not just for drama's sake, but it feels like there's like a civil war that's been going on between real mentorship, people like you, people like that actually give real game and real insight on how the world works, versus those who actually in there just for the money, who are just drifting, who just want to make money off of the plight and the suffering of young men. So when we have those, when we have that, and then but that's why, like, when you see Fresh and Fit, their whole illusion is based upon, well, you know what, if you become a high value man, if you actually end up making a lot of money, then you too can have access to these IG models, you too can be able to actually kick them out and talk crap about them. So
Yeah,
you
or
have
maybe
all
you could hang out at the NBA mansion party, right?
This story would be comical enough if it ended here, but we haven't even gotten to the part where Walter sleeps with multiple women.
And lo and behold, he followed me. He said, "Wait, you know this chick?" So he pulls up this girl's profile, because you can see who's following someone that you just added from like the following list. I was like, "Yeah, I know her, bro. I used to like do her back in the day."
Walter sounds like an 8th grader who heard his older brother refer to sex as doing someone. To all the lovely women watching this, how many of you have already realized that this guy is a complete fabrication of a ladies' man? What's more pathetic is this guy and his partner Myron Gaines are seen as the voice of men's improvement on YouTube.
He's like, "That's my shorty want to come in town."
Am I hearing a love triangle between a prominent NBA player and Walter?
So basically, we were smashing the same chick. So he's like, "Yo, dude, you know what? I'm having a mansion party like the next day. Come through. I got you."
This NBA player asked him where the parties were at and then was throwing a house party the next day and invited Walter to it because he looked at his Instagram and they were smashing the same chick. If you add up the odds of this actually happening, it would be the same odds of Fresh and Fit winning a boxing match against Preach.
All this time,
Is there anybody in the chat that believes that NBA mansion story? Is there anybody in this chat that believes that NBA story? I'm sorry.
It was hilarious, and it shows, because now you have like all these guys, they get sucked into this illusion. So then, because us talking about things like this, right? It's not sexy. It's not. It's boring. It's like, we're like father figure. We're talking about this thing, so it's obvious the young man's gonna gravitate towards the glitz and glamour, the glamour. Mm-hmm. So then, with Fresh and Fit and an Abba and Preach, when they got there, when Abba and Preach lift up their skirts, and I believe he was an eye opener to a lot of people, because we, as men, some of us have daughters, some of us have little nieces and nephews, and then we're seeing some of these content that's actually programming these young men that is coming up to age, and our daughters gonna have to deal with these guys.
Right.
So it's like, bro, like, I mean, I understand the problem with feminism and all this other thing, but don't you think that when feminism was taking place, there was a lot of women that were also against it?
Absolutely.
So then we as men, we have the opportunity to actually, like, kind of bring a certain level of balance. So then when these guys are done with the red pill rage, they at least have a place to come, right? So that was my first point. And my second point as well has to do with some of the associates, right? And this guy, I forgot, Authentic Alpha, right?
Yes.
So a lot of these guys, they're a lot of their brotherhood, their fellowship tends to revolve around a common enemy. And a lot of the common enemy in the red pill space has to do with women. Women are bad, women are doing this, women are doing that. So then, because of that common enemy, we tend to actually refrain from any type of criticism, or we don't even pay attention to our intuition when we see our fellow brother is doing something that is wrong, because we don't talk about it, because hey, they're doing it to women. Women deserve that. So if they are using women as nothing more but a commodity, they are using them as just nothing more but just a thing. We create this usury culture. So then now I believe this authentic alpha, I believe one of the reasons he's so upset is because now he has been placed in the female position. He has been used.
Right.
So that's where this whole ego comes in. And it's like, nah, I'm the one that's the alpha one. I'm the one that's the pimp. How dare you treat me like these broads? But he had. So instead of actually just looking at things from allowing people to hide behind a group, to hide behind like, well, I'm MGTOW or I'm SYSBN or whatever the group you want to call yourself by, and not looking at the person as, what is his moral stance? What is his, does he have any integrity? Does he have this? If it's like, if they treat, if he's able to treat these women the same way, so what makes you think that he's not going to treat me that way at some point and justify it in his head?
Absolutely. No, I hear you. I absolutely hear you. I think you're right on point. Right on point. So thank you so much for coming on, Art Banaka. You can come on anytime. I really appreciate it.